Hi everyone, my name is Bonnie and today I'm going to be talking about diabetes. So what is diabetes? It's actually a disease that connects insulin, pancreas, and glucose together. To further understand what is diabetes, first we need to understand the role of insulin in our body. It all started with the time where we eat. Then our body process the food into sugar or glucose. After that, pancreas releases insulin. Insulin is a key to open our cells to allow glucose to enter, which allow us to use the glucose for energy. But with diabetic person, this system inside their body does not work. Because of that, they have a lot of complication in their body and they are called diabetic person. There's two type of diabetes, type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is an insulin dependent diabetes. It's also called juvenile diabetes because teenagers and children usually suffers from this disease. It started by immune system attacking the part of the pancreas inside the body, which is causing the body to produce lesser and lesser insulin. Then there's type 2 diabetes, which is a non insulin dependent diabetes. Usually it happens on adult that is 35 years old or older. Usually it's adult who are overweight and basically they can still produce insulin but it's just not enough to sustain the body needs. So how bad is diabetes? The statistic shows that today more than 25 million Americans and 380 million people worldwide actually suffering from this disease. The World Health Organizations actually estimates the number of people living with diabetes will be more than double by the year of 2030. So I guess it's pretty bad. Then there is a symptoms of this disease where type 1 and type 2 has almost the same symptoms such as hunger and fatigue which is caused by the body incapability of pro- uh, producing insulin and absorbing glucose, and then the high blood sugar level causes the body to produce more pee instead of distributing the fluids all over the body. This is also caused by the kidney not being able to reabsorb the glucose available in the body. Because of that, a lot of fluids is drained from our body and it causes us to be thirstier, having a dry mouth, itchier skin because of the dry skin, and also blurred vision. Blurred vision is caused by the change in fluid levels, where lenses in eyes getting swell up and then it changes shape, and because of that our lenses can't focus. That's why we have a blurred vision. And then there is a type 2 specific symptoms like slow healing soreness or cuts. And then there is also pain or numbness in the feet or legs. For slow healing soreness or cuts, it's caused by the high blood sugar effect that cause the blood to flow slower and slower, and because of that it can cause a nerve damage. When when a person have a nerve damage, then pain or numbness in the feet or legs can be expected. Then there is type 1 diabetes symptoms, where unplanned weight loss and nausea and vomiting happens. Both of them are caused by the body not being able to get the source of energy, the normal source, which is glucose. And because of that, the body start burning more and more fats and muscle. So there's a couple of treatment options for type 2 diabetes, such as dieting and exercising, which I believe to be the best thing to prevent type 2 diabetes, because usually type 2 diabetes patients are overweight. So maintaining the healthy lifestyle of being healthy with food and also exercising is actually a good idea to reduce the body weight. And then there is diabetic drugs when it's needed. Some of the drugs can be used to increase the pancreas function to produce insulin. And there's also a lot of other drugs that can be used as a supplement for a healthy lifestyle. Then there's type 1 treatment option where insulin injection is needed. Insulin injection, I think, is the best solution until today, because type 1 diabetic person can't really produce any insulin in their body. And because of that, insulin injection is the best way to prevent any complication happening in the patient's body. There's also a latest innovations on this diabetic patient. The first one is the stem cell experiment. There's this doctor named Sai. He believes that cells trained to make insulin can be the key to solve the problem of type 1 diabetes. There's also Dr. Fastex that did an experiment of transfusing insulin producing cells from donated pancreas into a patient's body. And during his experiments, he found out that it works for them for only about a year or two. And then after that, they still need to take insulin shots. So the technology is actually moving forwards to solve this problem, and it's really promising. And then there's also an artificial pancreas, where in the picture we can see a system of device that control and monitors the glucose level, and also can pump insulin to the body of the patient whenever it's needed. So there's no more hassle of trying to monitor when do we need the insulin injections, when do we need all the how can we measure the glucose level and other stuff. I think these two technologies really promising to help the diabetic patients. So in conclusion, there's a lot of ways that we can solve diabetes, but the technology is still finding a cure, and all the presentation that I show you is the best, I think is the best way to prevent it right now. Thank you for listening, and I hope you guys enjoy my presentation. And this is the reference that I took for this presentation. Thank you.